Продолжаем. Так, только, пожалуй, мы сразу не пойдем к этим драконок-поклонникам. По поводу бафов, он Зумур говорил. Не знаю, героическая оборона. Ну, кстати, это тоже ауру. Как долго работает? Прилично. Ладно, что если... Героическая оборона.
По-моему, да.
Так, давай-ка вот так.
По-моему, где-то.
Давай попробуем так. Ну-ка, если я еще на защитную ауру кину, то вообще 133. Погоди, она вырубила ускорение. Нет, она не вырубила ускорение. Всякий раз я уверен, что запускать. Давай зайдем на пик солдат, надо перевооружить Алистера. Надо еще стены прокачать. Она дико в ловушке. Угу. Это теперь только в ловкость повышать.
Indeed, yes.
Так, единственное, отправимся в Денарим, надо квесты сдать. За то, что мы Фаренда убили. Так, погоди, где это ускорение? А, ну на кулдауне.
Dwarven crabs. Fine dwarven crabs.
Find everything you need?
Вот меня устроил.
Payment? No.
Хрень какая, ты чё? Задание обновлено. Что жив, кажется, связь замаркировал. Покончу, угу. Арексел, я не помню, он, по-моему, вообще находится в этом гольфинаже, не?
What can I get you, stranger? The dark spawn. Word has it. I wonder if anything else. There's another royal army already gathering in the east. And from what I can you imagine? Anything else you need?
Так, извиняюсь, то, что мы это не слушаем.
Good job clearing those louts out.
Maker's blessings upon you, warden.
Ну, слушай, а мы этих не видели. Надо, значит, снова побродить по Денериму туда-сюда.
Dwarven crabs. Fine dwarven crabs.
надо еще заготовок всяких закупить лирумной пыли, что и наделать склянок лирумных зелий.
And so I shall.
Нельзя взять. Мечик груш нельзя скушать. Видно, надо намного больше манов выкачать. Где же здесь дезертиров-то найти-то? Они тоже, кстати, могут в эльфинаже. А если они окажутся в эльфинаже, то их фиг с ними. А, во, грязная хижина какая-то. Угу.
I shall.
А ща, лобей. Ну, понятно.
You have some kind of problem.
Я здесь попробую тонских
What is this
волонтеров.
about?
Говорят, украл припасы и гильдии.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
А, это еще как. По шабаку убил. Ну ты погляди, не взял, бабку завалил. Торнос, морозный гор, по сусекам посхистить, не степень, запрещен. Вредклифф.
Of course.
Трав хитрости не такая уж большая травма, так сказать.
Yes. Immediately. I shall do so.
All right.
As you say.
Да. Ладно, давай в Редклифф.
Concentrate, like we practiced.
М.
Now, fire!
Я боюсь, армия тьмы не переживет такого, то что тут готовится на них маги накинуть. Единственное, что я только не помню, там проход есть?
Delighted.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Да все-то 3 левела стихийную магию вложили, все. Кража не удалась.
Is it true? Is this the great blight?
Не.
Is it true? Is this the great blight?
Кража удалась. Блин, а в Редклифф-то надо было Алистера брать.
Right away. I shall.
Ну да. Там, скорее всего, видеоролик уже запускается. Сейчас посмотрим, удастся нам это починить или нет. Оу! Че, серьезно? Ладненько.
You have some kind of... Oh?
It's your time to shine. Fighters call it hell. It's done.
Другой лут.
Yes, of course.
Поехали. Пофиг, пока что на Алистера. Опять с порождением мечом подраться.
I'm sensing more dark spots.
I got it. Is that all you got?
Марина, а почему ты за мной следуешь?
Here we go.
Ладно, ученика вынесли. Все видели, мужик убил своего ученика.
They're young.
Они? Он уже. Они уже никак не получится, если ты только не умеешь воскрешать. Продолжаем. А, вот тут можно поменять. Отлично. Давай пока без Лилианы.
Yes. Task?
Свое цель свое, любое. А, нет, стой, у него же глухая оборона и так есть. Что-то я очень малый набор действий, если честно.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Да о чем? Что случилось?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
Позволь тебе, если что, Эрл Амон болен, если ты об этом. Позвольте напомнить, что в стране гражданская война.
We heard news about the king and all the fighting. That was before everything started here. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
No army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Блин, жалко. Интересно, есть мод, который позволяет расширить для больше персонажей, чтобы их пати убрал, но при этом увеличил еще и сложность? Такой гоблин идет.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Твоим племянником?
I refer to Kaelin, of course. Our sister was Queen Rowan, King Merrick's wife and Kaelin's mother. Make her rest her soul.
So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil Things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
Могу помочь вам усмирить их.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Рассудить с вами наше положение. Расскажите еще про
This is
себя.
hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
Вот потому-то я и хочу узнать о
I
вас.
suppose that's not too much to ask. I did not mean to be brusque.
Почему вы остались? Почему не ушли?
After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Bannon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own.
А вы опытный воин?
Skilled enough to know there are many far better than myself.
Что вы делаете, если Эрл Эмон
I
умрет?
don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl, and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
Давайте вернемся к делу.
Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there.
Что это за твари, которые нападают на
I do
селян?
not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
Почему вы здесь в церкви вместе с селянами?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
А не будет ли это выглядеть трусливо? Может быть, вам здесь нужны еще воины?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Есть кто-нибудь из рыцарей Эрла Эмона?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Из похода за урной Святого
Yes,
Праха?
I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Так что будет, когда бой закончится?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
Не знаю.
Very well.
Все, пойду
Luck be
займусь
with you,
делом.
my friend.
Морган не одобряет. Минус 5 причем.
Let us pray. You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Неужели мне что-то мешает вам помочь?
Many elves claim we wouldn't do the same in return. I would like to think that is not true, but I cannot speak for all. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left? All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Что в церкви прям безопасно?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
Я бы хотел получить благословение.
That is, I mean, of course. I'd be happy to. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
Теперь все в шлемах, кроме меня.
Seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
returned yet.
All right.
Висеть на заповедях Создателя.
I'm scared, Mother. One of the bad men comes. Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be
So I
alright.
shall.
I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go
Come on,
home?
And you'd
I already
like...
told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. I guess so.
You're a
Джета.
Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
А, защищение Ригби. Ты Джета?
I am. You've heard of me?
Твой муж и сын мертвы.
I thought that might be the case.
У меня есть то, что принадлежало твоему мужу.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you. These are just terrible.
Dad, Father.
What are we going to do?
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Что с тобой? Почему ты плачешь?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Почему он решил бежать, ты не знаешь?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid. If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Ты пыталась искать
I went
ворота?
to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Не, ну все, поищу
You
его.
will. Thank you so much. Please find him.
Of course.
Алистер, время уйти.
Indeed. Where are you going? I thought you were going to help us.
Я никуда не ухожу.
Oh, it looked like you were. If you did leave, I can't believe how relieved I was to be your help.
Милость Андрастна. Это ведь Лилиане надо дарить, да?
All is still as it has been. Through the days, it is stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
And so I shall.
Say no more. I'll live, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter. We're glad that you are here helping us. Perhaps you will make a difference.
On my way.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Bantegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
За меня в офис хочешь.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Я могу тебе чем-то помочь?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Уже посмотрю, что можно сделать.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Первое, что здесь
No, nothing
нужно?
comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Где найти
Back
Мердока?
in the village, of course, in front of the Chantry. Ask
Несколько
me
вопросов.
whatever you wish.
Расскажи мне, ты говорил мне какой-то урне?
When the Isle fell sick, we were at the loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him. We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Никто не может найти и вернуть достойных рыцарей? А чем заболел Эр?
Never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Alessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Почему я слышу, что он вообще можно найти?
The Al once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Никто не может найти и вернуть достойных рыцарей?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Считать, что рыцарь нет и сам замок остался без
Not at
защиты?
all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Спасибо. Давай сменим тему.
As you wish.
Каков твой статус?
Although we are far better equipped than Murdoch and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Продолжай.
As you wish, Grey Warden.
Of course.
Windmill. Took a ride on the set of the windmill. Didn't turn out well. I'm here.
О, еще одно любовное письмо. Мой дождешь, Вирджиния или Тру Роял. Так, не то. Ты, грязное животное, мне еще не доводилось терпеть подобной порочности. Уму непостижимо, как слова приобретают грязный смысл, срываясь с твоих губ. Мадам, я люблю вас. Сэр Аугольд.
Hey. I'll do it.
Непорочный.
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
What do you believe happens to you after you die, then? Nothing?
I do not go to sit by the Maker's side, if that's what you mean.
So I shall.
Only those who are worthy are brought to the Maker's side. So many other sad souls are left to wander in the void, hopeless and forever lost.
And what evidence of this have you? I see only spirits. No wandering ghosts of wicked disbelievers.
It must be so sad to look forward to nothing. To feel no love and seek no reward in
As
the
you deserve.
afterlife.
Yes, the anguish tears at me so. You have seen through me to my sad core.
Now you're simply mocking me.
You notice? It appears your perceptive powers know no bounds.
Вин только... Морган почему-то не перекликается только с Вин. Может, она ее племя напоминает?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Письмо от Максима с волонтеру.
I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign? Blast.
Книжная полка. Баллада об Айсли. Песни? Угу. Настало время для песен. Сколько у меня маны? 196. Если я юзаю ядовитое испарение, 116 остается, да? А потом добавка увеличится стоимость.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray and hope for a miracle.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. They've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Даже я ничего не забирал.
You're not Murdoch. Who are you and what are you doing at my door?
Я не очень люблю разговаривать через день. Можно войти?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Да не скажу сейчас, что это мы корабля убили.
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing. Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Я надеюсь, что на вместе мы одолеем зло.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
Как настроение?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
Чем я могу помочь?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Ну, Оуэн не хочет, чтобы разговаривать.
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Еще метров железом.
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Что тебе еще нужно?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Кто-то какой-то Двин.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Я хочу обсудить
Shouldn't you
кое-что.
be trying to reason with Owen? Oh? Ask away.
Где можно жить необходимо?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
Ничего такого, что можно было купить и продать, не осталось, верно?
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Ну скажи мне, что здесь произошло?
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Bantigan was here.
Неужели вы бежать-то отсюда не попытались?
Some did, yes. They put their belongings together and ran. And creatures attacked them on the road. We only know because the survivors came running back. Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen? Oh? Ask away.
Почему мы расположились здесь?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
Жаль, в том же доме.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Я все расскажу, по-моему, но
The Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Значит, кузница закрыта.
Look around. The militia took everything they could use. I could start up the forge again, but I won't, since Murdoch won't listen to me.
Что ты знаешь о происходящем?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Arlessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things. But maybe the Arlessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
Ты об этом еще кому-нибудь говорил?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
Думаешь, это из Ролеса? Эрла Мон
I'd
заболел.
never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just didn't that.
Что ты знаешь про Эрлесу?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
Что еще говорил твоя
She
дочь?
thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it. Though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me. And I can't do anything about her warnings now. Like what?
Хочу еще кое-что спросить. Зачем ты у тебя кузница заперся?
My girl, Velena. Is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Я спасу твою дочь.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
Стараюсь как смогу.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You are asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Обещаю, я ее найду.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
And I suppose there's no point in me sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdoch will be pleased. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Морриган совсем не одобряет ваши действия. На, держи.
Interesting. 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 Interesting.
Flowers? Oh, thank you. They're very pretty.
Ты их не узнаешь?
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you.
Огромный бонус к магии. Морриган, еще раз обидишься по жопе.
Interesting. Interesting.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing.
Что ты намерен что делать?
For that, stranger. Right.
Слушай, иридиумный выкалывает. Неплохо так-то. Для кузнеца. Почему легендарное оружие такое говно?
There's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
А получение это не могло бы
Not if
пригодиться?
I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Ну продолжу. Чё бы. Переплавить, переделать и нормально. Не понял. Слышь? А почему скорее не перестала работать? Почему Лилиана даже телекинетика не работает? Морригановская.
Well, it looks like the damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Как настроение?
Men's spirits are high for now. Since you convinced Owen to start, overall I'd say the militia's very... Is there anything else?
Вернусь, нужно кое-что проверить. Дом Кайтлин. О, легенда Калинхаде, часть первая. Вижу короткий вдох. Когда вы подходите к шкафу, внутри что-то шевелится, вы неожиданно слышите короткий вдох, после чего снова наступает тишина. Эй, там кто-то есть?
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Это твой дом?
Yes. It was my mother's house. She's dead now. And Caitlin said we have to move away if we survive.
Что ж ты внутри сделал?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Уверен, это смотри, я могу помочь.
You could. All right, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's.
Дистариус, это ваш меч?
Great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took mother.
Где сейчас? Ты все правильно сделал, ты действительно очень смелый.
Thank you, sir. But the sword is too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as someone like you.
Где сейчас этот меч?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
А если я взамен помогу тебе и твоей сестре?
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright, even if Mother is dead.
Я поговорю об этом с Кэтлин, обещаю.
Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
Мориган, не хочешь такого же? Зеленый клинок. Против зверей и 10 к устойчивости. Некоторые вещи, конечно, порой поражают. Обычных крестьян.
As you desire.
Озеро Калинхат купаться запрещено. Интересно. А почему? Да хрена себе озеро. Легенда об озере Калинхаде. Воды озера Калинхат, извиняюсь, овеяны легендами. Авары говорят, что когда-то на этом месте была гора Беленас, возвышающая в самом центре мира. С вершины ее Корт, отец Кора, обозревал небо и землю. Но гора была уничтожена в битве между Кортом и змеей Натрамар. И на ее месте остался лишь громадный кратер. Когда владычица небес увидела, что горы Беленас больше нет, она зарыдала, и слезы ее наполнили кратер, превратив его в озеро. Тринтийцы считали, что воду озера Калинхат благословил Разикали, бог тайн, и что напившимся из озера будут дарованы особенные таланты, и они возвели на острове посреди озера огромную башню, надеясь, что легендарное могущество этих мод поможет их магическим изысканиям. Однако большинству из нас известна легенда о короле Калинхаде, чем именно названо озеро. Рассказывают, что Калинхад Тейрн провел в башне магов год и один день. Ежедневно он зачерпывал из озера чашку воды и относил ее в Фармаре. На вершину башни силой магии каждая чашка воды преображалась в одно единственное колечко кольчуги, которое в итоге вручил Калинхаду круг. В этой кольчуге, созданной из жизненных токов самой земли, Калинхада не могли поразить ни меч, ни стрела, пока он стоял на почве Фералдена. Из Тедос, мифы и легенды написаны сестрой Петри, ученой-монахиней. Порой вот пишут про такие легендарные вещи, там как бы тебе должны давать кольчугу, она должна быть лучше пластинчатого доспеха любого, но обычно нет. Она имеет свойство чуть-чуть лучше, но не больше. Вин, будьте добры, ускорьте меня, дайте мне пинок под зад. Мориган, дорогая, будь добра, телегенетику. Дом Гвина. Похоже, что ее недавно ремонтировали. Вскрытие замков, вскрыть замок от мечка. Не удастся перетянуть. Теперь он безнадежно сломан. Взломать замок.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Ты говоришь с магом, не хочешь ли выразиться помягче?
You know what? In the interest of keeping my face from bursting into flame, I think I will. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Зачем ты здесь заперся?
We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
Ты должен выйти и помочь защитить деревню.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Мэр сказал, что нужно ему ополчение.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Может, я могу как-то тебя переубедить? Скорее уже там, чем здесь.
Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Может, я как-нибудь смогу?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
Ты пойдешь сражаться, и я не отрублю тебе голову прямо тут, как насчет этого?
That's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Спасибо.
Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Надо реально попробовать будет отыграть полного ублюдка, наплевать на деревню. Можешь выполнить парочку квестов, но наплевать на нее, уйти из нее, чтобы все сдохли. Блин, как же мне противна сама мысль об этом. Рыбный список покупок. Сахар, мука, пшеничный нож, филейный имбирь, дедушки от газов, чернила, рыбий жир, сушеные грибы, румяна, орлесянские. Не забудь спросить, когда завезут еще воску. Спокойная записка. В бочках ламповое масло. А ваш дедушка был известный газу. Бин решил поговорить с Морриганом об этом.
Your pitying tone is as unwelcome as it is unnecessary, old woman. There was nothing difficult about our lives in the slightest.
But surely you must have drawn notice from time to time. No matter how powerful you claim to be, you would not wish the full attention of the Chantry.
Hunters did come into the wilds from time to time. They did not leave.
And the interest of the Chantry was never aroused. I find that difficult to believe.
I imagine you find many things difficult to believe. Your own preference for the leash you wear, for instance.
There are good reasons for the world to fear mages, even despite our best intentions.
Your best intentions, perhaps. Their fear concerns me not at all.
I don't like being out here, Gwyn. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
Well, he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
But we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Вас обворовали.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Такой милашки, я сразу приму поцелуй.
You're very sweet. I suppose there's no harm in it.
Чмок. Подбородок. Мориган такая слева стоит.
Enjoy doing that, do you?
Oh my. Stay safe tonight. And good luck.
Мориган мне одобряет -3.
This is who I told you about, Caitlin.
Ладно, денег-то надо дать.
I don't want it being out there. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
Well, he should.
Bevan said you
Может, тут
Bevan
мечом?
told me about grandfather's sword. So you have it then? I suppose it won't go to waste, at least.
Я обещал Бену, что заплачу тебе за него.
I have no idea what it's worth, to be honest. And you found Bevan. I couldn't ask you for money.
Это очень ценно, еще вот возьми 500 серебряков.
Oh, how generous we are today, it appears.
Спорим, это ей не понравилось намного больше, чем поцелуй.
Incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. How can I ever repay you?
Будьте осторожней.
The maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Я же говорил, ей это не понравилось больше, чем поцелуй.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news. Of course.
А, с матерью надо.
What is it you need, child?
Царь предпочитает его рыцарскую защиту.
I've done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Что вы имеете в виду?
Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Does he not realize that it is his faith alone which must sustain him? It is faith alone which will bring the Maker's aid.
Unfortunately, he seeks the Maker's protection in a far too literal sense. This is something I cannot promise nor provide.
Так что же может защитить ее от такого
I
зла?
do not know. Certainly nothing that isn't tainted with the very foul magic Sir Perth seeks protection from.
Черная магия?
I did not mean to speak against your magic. I only mean that to affect these monsters might take the same type of power that created them. I would no sooner trust that power in our hands than I would anywhere else. We are better off trusting in our faith and fighting for our lives.
Я думал, что до этого не дойдет.
I wish you would tell that to Sir Perth.
Что создатель, вы хотите сказать, что создатель бессилен?
Of course not. The Maker could do whatever he wished, but he does not provide protection against evil just because one thinks he should. The Maker turned his back on us long ago for mankind's folly. We must earn his grace, not demand it.
Вы хотите сказать, что сэр Перская чувствует, помоги себе, он поможет тебе, верно?
If we seek to deserve it, the Maker may smile on us, but until the chant is heard and understood by all, he will not return to us.
Чтобы должно в том, чтобы вселить в них надежду.
You want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense. I will not lie to them like that.
Но если не уверен, что им это поможет.
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
Ян. Не 5 серебряников. 500 серебряников.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is.
Что спросить насчет вина?
Thanks for persuading him to come out here.
Я хочу обсудить кое-что.
There's not much time before sundown.
Как настроение?
Twins, since you can overall, is there anything else? Oh, ask away. If you want weapons and such, and then those horrid creatures attacked the village.
Ни банну Тегану я не смог сообщить, ни это. Подожди, а там что еще? А, тут же таверна. Тут вроде еще кто-то есть.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Скажи, ты знаешь что-нибудь? Вон там это что в углу сидит.
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Кстати, почему ты сейчас не в церкви?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Да?
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
Как у вас тут дело идет?
Business. Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local, and they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig, and if I didn't need this job so badly,
Смотри, Ллойд, ты не жалуешь. Такая правительственная девушка заслуживает больше.
Oh, you think I'm pretty, do you?
Конечно, как ты можешь кому-то не нравиться.
That's really sweet of you. Thank you.
Мне пора.
Yes? Lloyd's watered down The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to just... He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
Почему просто нельзя тебе
I
уехать?
go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
То есть, если я тебе помогу, то ты уедешь.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Сияющие глазки писала на прощание.
You're a rare one, you are, making me laugh with this blackness hanging over our heads.
That's what the Grey Wardens are all about. Amusing people.
I tell you what, sweetie. You make it through the night, and you'll get your kiss. Make her bless you. I'll kiss every man in the village if we survive.
Hurrah! 3 cheers for Bella!
Keep safe.
Надо же, Мориган даже не одобряет.
Привет. Что делаешь?
Все еще играю.
Чё ты так целый день?
А тебе какое дело-то?
Глаза испортишь.
Уже.
Ну вот.
А что? Врываются всякие без стука.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. No, that'll just make things worse. I'd like that. And maybe we...
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Что ты имеешь в виду?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Ну-ка посмотрим, что у тебя есть.
I've got some supplies too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Ну-ка. Эльфийский корень надо выкупить. Это 100%. Эль для моря.
What can I get you?
Вообще кто такой?
Name's Lloyd. We don't get many elves out here. You're a runaway from the city.
Что сразу сбежал? Что я не могу просто путешествовать? Я серый страж.
Ah, well, learn something new every day. Something else I can get for you?
Вот это напорол просто. Так, погоди.
Hey, what can Lloyd get? We don't get many. Something else? Fine. Make them quick.
Почему ты не помогаешь защищать деревню?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar, just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Или умрешь на поле боя, или прямо сейчас выбирай.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody.
Бервик. Вас зовут Бервик? Я прав?
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
Сказали, что ждете брата?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
Почему не сражаетесь?
I stay in the chantry at night, and I come here to be alone, that's all. Look, just because you're an elf doesn't mean we should be friends. I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
Что, простите, вам сказали?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
Будет лучше, если вы мне сами все расскажете, что скрываете.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Значит, вы знаете, что случилось? Ну-ка, расскажите.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
Это уже директор тоже звонил.
Tall fellow. I forget his name. He said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Значит, зачем именно вы должны были наблюдать в замке?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
Откуда мне знать, что вы говорите правду?
This is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
Я вам верю, убить его. Верю, теперь идите, чтобы его... Я думаю, вы даже поможете нам защитить Рэдклифф этой ночью.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Письмо Бервика. Бервик, нам нужен твои глаза и уши. Никуда не уходи из Рэдклифф, держись тише воды. Докладывай обо всем, тебе хорошо заплатят.
Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about
Как
it.
вас судил, нет?
What business? I close up, but it gives a militia. What can I get you?
Мне нужно
Fair
продукт.
enough. Let me see what...
Вино. Еще глубинные корни. Причем она бесплатно это дает. Какая хорошая.
What can I get you?
Полченец. Рисунок на стене. Совет обедающим. Надпись таверне Рэдклиффа. Сыр тут не заказывайте. Нацарапано на парной стойке в Рэдклиффской таверне.
What can I get you?
Нужно пару. Сыр можно?
What can I get you? What business?
По-моему, про таверну я вообще сейчас впервые узнаю. Да, точно впервые. Ну и вроде это все.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Не думал взять масло из деревенской лавки.
Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Столько, чтобы пожечь кучу чудовищ.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Говорю, что было раз в том покровительством.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Мать Хана, есть священный амулет, они нам подойдут.
The faith that will protect these men must come from the...
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Думаю, что это и в самом деле поможет.
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing.
Скажи, кстати, я еще здесь нужен.
Comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch,
Хочу задать
ask me
несколько вопросов.
whatever you wish.
Лиан не одобряет, Морриган одобряет. Ага.
Mother Hannah's amulets have great.
Я готов остаться
There's
здесь.
still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything good.
Защитить серперца, потерянные в замке. Все. Давайте.
The Knights of Redcliffe are... There is still time before the sun goes down. Good luck to you then, and may the Maker watch over us all.
Какие ж тут сочные заставки, а? Женщина бежала так, будто она двуручный меч держит. Вообще всегда думал, то, что типа на коне так несутся. Но нет. Спасибо, что кинул прям не туда. Подольше в огне, идиоты. Рыцарь, станьте здесь, охраните дорогу. Групповое очищение быстрее. Так мало у него хила прошло. А вот, похоже, умер, да? А, не был.
arrives, and we survived the night. We are victorious.
Ну-ка, пару рыцарей сказал, что дебилы, и один ополченец просто потому, что хилов не было.
Victory came at great cost. We must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
Нам еще много нужно сделать бантетом.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe. Now they walk with he who is their maker. Long may they know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Ладно. Остальное мы увидим через 3 дня. Всем спасибо, всем пока, всем доброй ночи.